1, 2, you've got 3 layers, 1, 2, and 3. Press it a little the same way and turning half a turn, very important. And now we're going to the second turn. Now we're going to achieve a puff pastry weight. Total weight will be around 1 kilo, 250 grams, roughly. Now I'm doing this, finishing the second turn. That operation needs a resting time of 20 minutes. As you can see again, the same thing again for the second turn. Once, 2, so you've got third lay, and you're back. Now, to do the second and fourth turn, you need to let it rest. You need to the refrigerator. It's got to relax for around 20 minutes. Now, when you've got to mark your puff pastry. 2 turn, in case that you can't remember what's happened, then you wrap it quickly around and place it into the fridge. Most important to mark your puff pastry. I will tell you in a minute about it when I will roll it. So into the refrigerator. And hot, we've got hot now of the fridge, one which has been turned 6 times. That the same procedure has been done for the third and fourth turns. It's gone back into the refrigerator for 20 minutes more, and then again, when you need to use the puff pastry, then you give the final 2 turns and let it rest for half an hour. So that's the basic rule, really, of the puff pastry. Now, we've got some puff pastry which I've got 6 turns, which I'm going to use in a minute, but I just wanted to show you, after 2 turns, what you get. You can see the different layers of the dough and of the batter, which are obviously very, you can see them, they're fairly thick. You will not be able to see the same into a 6th turn, as it will be almost mixed with the dough, almost. But you will have 1,000 of them, so you won't be able to really count them. So let's have a look at what we can do with puff pastry. I'm going to roll up some of those. I'm going to do some little ducks and a few other things, little bouchées. So let's get the cutters and the baking sheet which is needed for the little ducks. Clear up to the top. The puff pastry, just cut a little piece. Little flour on the marble. Roll it up always in front of you to the thickness which you want your pastry to be. I'm quite happy with it as it stands. So let's stop there. Nicely to square. Flour further away. Now, baking sheet, you must always, as it's always better, to dampen your baking sheet a little. So it avoid the shrinkage of the little bouchée or duckling, whatever you're going to prepare and cook. Now, let's cut a little duck. Put a little cutter there in the shape of a duck. Here it goes. Let's do a second one. Here we are. And a little bouchée. Now, a little round cutter. To avoid the shrinkage, you turn it back, you see. I'm doing it that way. Back there, press it lightly. Take one which is smaller and take the same size once more. A little egg wash there around on the edges and on the top, all around. Cut the center, and that's make a little bouchée. I can cut a lot more, but since we haven't got very much time.
How you been doing?
Not too bad. Not too bad. I'm quite pleased with my classic puff pastry. Now that
well,
the
you know myself, I'm classic man of the family,
yes,
but
yes,
I'm going to show them how to do something just as good and much faster.
Okay, well, you see what I'm doing now?
But you took half a day to do all that.
Yeah, but that's the best.
That's
the best. Look at it, my little duck. You like it?
It looks nice.
So why don't you show me what you can do? If
And
you can
much
do better than
faster
I
and
can.
just as good.
Well,
if
I'm
not better.
I'm quite happy with what I'm doing.
Well,
so what are you going to do?
I'm going to do a feuilletage minute. Minute.
Which means?
Minute.
It
1 minute.
takes a minute. That's
to
what
do
it
it.
says.
And
Minutes.
I can use it straight away.
Well, good luck.
No 20 minutes in the
I'll see
fridge.
what's happened at the end. Not too much
will.
talking, a
You
bit of
will.
action, please.
You will. You have seen, Michel, the labor-intensive work which is done with this puff pastry. I'm going to attempt to show you how easy to do a puff pastry, just as good as is, but much faster. 500 grams of flour, ordinary flour, plain. 500 grams of butter. The butter is slightly soft. 7 grams of salt. 25 centiliter of cold water. You mixed your butter and your flour with the tip of your finger. I'm going to, straight away when I put the water, work the water quietly into it and then give it 4 turns, and that can be used within half an hour of being done. Just let it rest in the fridge. Right, now I'm quite happy with that. Water's in. Make a little well. You can see very light action. Clean up your finger with a bit more flour. Scrape up. And don't forget, the less you touch it, the better. I am now ready to give the 4 turn. We'll flour my marble a little bit. I'm now on my 2nd turn. Notice that I bring back the edge back.
I thought you would be finished by now.
My dear Michel, I'm going on my 3rd
Look what
turn.
I've done. No wonder why you're so fast.
And you
How many
realize
turns are you on?
I'm going into my 4th turn.
Well, you're very confident about what you're doing. I
Very
would suggest
confident.
that if you're not, let
Well, I
it
did
rest
say so.
for
I
two.
said you could rest it
Good.
first,
Good.
using hardly any flour, as you can see on the marble.
There is a little guessing to do for you on
And do
those
not
ones.
press on it like he did with his. Otherwise, you will have problem.
I must say, puff pastry, cook one, is a fantastic thing because it can be done very quickly. I'm pleased that you're doing it and you use it as well, as often as you can.
Turn that back in
Do you use
so
it
that the
more
excess
often,
of butter.
more often than the classic, Albert?
I'll use most of our feuilletage at Gavroche is done this way. The result is just as good,
Uh-huh.
and it's easy to be done. And that's it. That's my puff pastry, Michel.
Oh, it looks
Much
good.
quicker than yours.
Let's have a look. It looks good. It's firm, it's rolled well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would do 2 turns and let it rest. But look at those ducks. Now, those one have been cooked with the classic puff pastry, and those one with the quick puff
That's
pastry.
right.
So they're pretty close to what we, I mean,
I
look at it.
think my duck
third.
is more natural than yours.
You mean...
Yours doesn't look natural. It's an
Well,
inflated duck.
An inflated duck.
Yeah.
Yours looks like a fish. No, but...
You take this one to
no,
your bath.
The rising, in any case, is quite good. It's nearly...
Yes.
It's 30% less than the classic. Now, I'm pleased you've done it so quickly. Well done. That's
Yes.
probably why the recipe is yours, isn't it?
That's correct.
Quick puff pastry.
Quickly done.
While you were doing your